Good morning, grade 3. This is Miss Joel. Once again, going to teach you social studies. Today we are going to begin with Unit 6, Working in Communities, Lesson 1, Workers and Consumers. Okay, let's see the first picture, the beginning part of the lesson, Working in Communities, which introduces the unit to us. And in this unit, we are going to come across many people, we are going to learn many new vocabulary words, and we're going to learn some new things. There may be some which you have learned in grade 2, which is going to be repeated, but you will be learning little more than what you learned in grade 3, in grade 2. Now, in this unit, you'll come across some important people like Madam C.J. Walker, Catherine Ortega, Ray Tomlinson. The vocabularies that you're going to see during this unit, in this unit, are the words like producers, consumer, barter, demand, and supply. And there are many more vocabulary which we are going to learn, but we will be learning it lesson-wise. These are some important vocabs which we should know. Now, I'm not going to explain detail into this because we will be learning it later on. Okay, this is a picture. Now you look at these pictures, what comes to your mind? What can you see? Can you? Yes, you can see vegetables, you can see snacks, you can see a person looking, what should I buy? You can see a busy, here you can see a bakery, here you can see some food being sold. So what do we understand? We're going to talk something about marketplace. Lesson 1, workers and consumers. Picture you can see factory workers, here you can see consumers. So now look at these pictures carefully for you to know the difference. Looking at the picture, you will automatically understand what I am trying to tell you. Okay, look at the factory workers, you look at this picture, you look at consumers and you look at this picture, and then relate these two pictures in your day-to-day life. Next we go, the objective of this lesson. Now what is the objective of this lesson? In this lesson, we are going to identify consumers and producers and understand that they are dependent on one another. So every consumer and producer are dependent on one another. That we will learn during the lesson. Next one is understand the importance of entrepreneurship. Again, this is a big word, right? So I'm going to explain it a little more for you in the vocabulary word. Next, we are going to learn, we are going to understand it. The objective is explore the world of work. Okay, let's unlock the vocabulary words and meanings. Okay, you can see pictures of lovely food. You can see a woman and you can see a man with all vegetables around. So let's guess and see what is this word? Wow, product. What do you mean by product? Product is a finished good, right? Now, in this picture, product, I'll just go back, sorry. In this picture over here, product is a finished good. Here you can see a picture of Baladna milk, right? And here you can see some type of processed food which is over here. Now, these two pictures, what do they tell us? There's a product, there's a finished good. That means now when we get a milk from Baladna, we get it in the can. But how does the milk go to the shops? Right? It first goes to the factory, it gets processed, it's put into cans, and the finished product comes to the market. Similarly, this is not directly from where we get it. Comes from the factory. The finished product is sold into the market. Next word we come is producer. Who is a producer? What is a producer? Now, producer, there are two different types of meanings. One is a movie producer, but here we are talking about a different producer. And what is a producer? Is someone who makes a product or provides services. So somebody who makes a product. or provide services. Like here, as we can see, these two people. Here, this man has got all different types of vegetables. Here is a woman who's got again vegetables. So you will say, Miss, how are they producers? They are producers because they are like farmers. They have grown these products in their gardens, in their farms, in their fields, and then they are selling it into the market. The next word we come is entrepreneur. Say entrepreneur. Who's an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who starts and runs a business. There are many people who have certain business. They have whatever their talents are good. They're like, okay, this is what I'm good at. I'll go to start producing more and more, and then I start selling it. First, they begin selling little things. Then, as the products keep on selling, they collect more and more money, and their business from a small business becomes into a huge business. Okay, let us see this picture. Wow, can you recognize this place? Isn't it familiar? Mm-hmm. Yes. Now this is a picture. These three pictures, in fact, are the from Qatar. Even this is a picture of Qatar. But here is it. This is at the Mia Park, or the Museum of Islamic Park, during the season of winter, or from October November, when the climate is much cooler. At that time, they have these small stalls. These are entrepreneurs. These are young. These are people who have a business. They start a small business by selling products that they make by their hand. They get products from out and they sell it over here. And if many of you may have been over here to this place, and it's really beautiful because most of the things are made by hand. Then this is a picture from Suk Waqif. And this picture you see again, you have been to these places, you have seen these places. There are shops having their own business. That is a person's business. What the products he has in his shop, he will sell it. He may have started like this on a small scale. How does people are selling things on a small scale? And slowly by slowly, they become bigger and bigger. And the business starts flourishing. Flourishing means they start getting more products, selling more products, and their business is good. Next word is consumer. What do you mean by the word consumer? By the word consumer is a person who buys a product or a service, that is you and me. Most of the time, the people around who go to the shops and buy the products or get a service done, they are known as consumers. Let us see this picture. You can see this picture of a person. They are the consumers. When you go to the supermarket, you keep buying things in your trolleys. Here you can see all these are consumers. So we people become the consumers because we buy the product, we consume it. Consume it, we use these products. Next word is interdependence. Interdependence. What do you mean by interdependence? Depending on one and other. And this picture, okay, let's see this first picture. You see coffee, cup of cafe, right? Now, what is it? Delivery is anyone in, he comes over here to deliver the thing. He is selling his thing. So this man is dependent on him to sell this product. He makes a product. He is dependent on this person to buy the product. Can you understand? Depending on one another. So he buys his product from who? From this man. He makes a coffee. He sells the product. Who is depending on to sell it? On the consumer. Let's see some more picture. And this picture we are going to connect science. We are going to relate science. Okay, before I go to science, let's see in this picture over here. Made in America, made in China. Since of late, a lot of, since many years, we get a lot of things which are produced, which are made in China. We were all depending on China for making their goods because the goods from China were attractive, they were cheaper, and people found it wow, it is good to get from China. So most countries in the world were depending on China, right? Interdependent, and then they sell the goods from, and in fact, Almost every product if you open, you'll see down made in China, made in China. Interdependent. We are depending on China for our goods. Now let us connect science over here. If you have learned, you must have learned about the food chain, right? And in this food chain, like your plants are the producers. Plants, okay, they produce. They get you. Who eats the plant? Who is a consumer? The first consumer is a grasshopper will eat the plant. Then the frog will eat will eat the grasshopper, second consumer. Then a snake will consume the frog, will eat the frog. The owl will consume the snake. The owl die, get mixed up in the soil, plants will grow. So this is a food chain. Interdependence between plants and animals. This is a science related. Bees and hummingbirds depend upon flowers for nectar. You know what's nectar, right? The sweetness in the flower. Flowers depend upon bees and hummingbirds to carry pollen from one flower to another. This is an example of interdependence. So, the hummingbirds depend upon the flowers for the sweetness. At the same time, the flowers depend upon the hummingbird and the bees to carry their pollen. So, there is a transfer of the pollens way again it will produce more flowers in another place. Next word we goes to wage. What do we mean by the word wage? By the word wage, you mean the people earn at work, the money people earn at work. All people who go to work earn some money. That is why we are working to earn some money. Another word for earning a money is called wage. We also use one more word which also has the same meaning, and that is okay, here the picture of different wage. Like we call it as salary. You could hear the person getting paid at the end of the month, and all the people working receive some money. So it comes down to wage. Another word that is the same as wage is called as income. Okay, it's the same meaning as wage. That means salary. It is also called as a payday. We say the payday, that is the day that people will get their salary. Now let us understand the summary of this lesson. What do we understand? In this lesson, we understand that people depend on each other for many things. People who make goods and provide services depend upon workers, consumers, and even other businesses. Consumers depend upon producers to supply goods and services. Workers depend upon businesses for jobs and wages. That means workers are the people who work for us, right? So for them to get wage or for them to get a salary, they depend on a business. So if they get a job, there is a business, they will get a job. And if they get a job, they will get a salary. Workers use these wages to buy goods and other service from other businesses. So you see, everything is a cycle. One person is depending on the other for this to survive in this world, to live in this world. Consumers, producers, and local businesses depend on each other. Entrepreneurs start business to provide goods and services. To understand this lesson better, I have attached a video and a PDF lesson page for your reference in the post on Edmodo. So once I finish this lesson, you can go to Edmodo lesson, to the Edmodo page, and you will find the videos and the lesson where you can read carefully and then answer the assignment which will be given in the form of a quiz. I hope you have understood this lesson, and if you haven't, please send me a message of Edmodo and I will get back to you. Thank you. Okay, use the resources carefully to complete your assignments given. Thank you. I see you soon. Take care.